Kate Shepard. Number 3, Alex O'Connor. Number 6, Audrey Gatt. Number 8, Isabella Myers. Number 11, Jasmine Coon. Number 12, Michaela Davis. Number 14, Mason Morrow. Number 16, Morgan Lewis. Number 18, Gianna Pixler. Number 19, Morgan Crawford. Number 20, Allison Crowley. Number 21, Maddie Davis. Number 22, Aaron Nerlin. And number 25, Maggie Harrison. And now the starters for the 24th ranked Pioneers. Number 2, Ava Beltsup. Number 4, Grace Ward. Number 5, Carrington Jackson. Number 7, Madison Sweeney. Number 10, Suzanne Klosterman. The libero, number 13, Sylvia Miller. And number 17, Kaden Holcomb. Head coach of the Pioneers, Kate Farmore, assisted by Carly Ward and Caroline Ellis.
What a Friday night it was here on Tiger Network. Your 5th-ranked Trinity Tigers started off the season with consecutive sweeps, including a thrilling win over the 6th-ranked Barrie Vikings. Now it's a quick turnaround for another big day of volleyball that starts off with a matchup against number 24, Transylvania. I'm Brian Janselson, and today I have the tremendous honor to be joined by Trinity Volleyball royalty. Fans at home, I think you're going to recognize this name, 2-time All-American Avery Tuggle. Avery, welcome to Tiger Network.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. I mean, this is my favorite place, my favorite people, so I was pumped when I got the invitation to come hang out and do color commentary with you.
I was pumped as soon as I heard that you would be joining me for this Saturday. It'll be so much fun. No one better to know this team than someone who was here for 5 years and played with most of this team. So thank you for taking time to join us.
Of course. I was already thinking about coming anyways. And this just sealed it. When you guys invited me, I was like, oh, I'm in. I'm in 100%. So I am just ecstatic to be here.
We are ecstatic to have you and ecstatic to have another day of Trinity Volleyball. It was quite the show last night on a Friday night, especially that 3-set sweep of Barry. It was number 5 against number 6, and number 5 ruled the day. These Trinity Tigers showed their fierceness and their ability to beat the best teams in the country, and it was hard to find who to point to in the box score. It was just a show all around. And so
team effort, that's always how it's been here at Trinity.
Absolutely, and it'll be Marissa Amarino that gets us started today against Transylvania.
Wow.
And what a way to start.
Yeah, there you go. Right out of the gate.
Willie not wasting any time there. Block joined by Maddie Fate. And it's 1-zip Trinity.
He's solid.
Carrington Jackson comes right back with a kill from the middle.
And that's a difficult spot to, defend. It's right in the seam. That's left back and middle back having to cross on that. So noted for the rest of the game.
Hallie Martin receives this serve, and then she gets the set. Little strong on that one, point for the Pioneers. And Hallie Martin, the first year, some big shoes to fill. The shoes sitting right next to me. Avery Tuggle, so many years there on the outside.
That jersey looks good on her. That's a great, it's up.
Ball still alive. Amarino right side, Willie. And why not Willie with the kill.
Love that. Love the setter middle blocker connection. It worked. It got him out of system. They sent the ball over, shot it right out to Willie. Seeing multiple people on the front line contributing is really hard to defend.
Left-handed swing, dig. Amarino, Kern to Logan. She gets it over. Big swing this time. Kern can't dig it out.
That was a good dig by Marissa. It's really important for the setter to make sure that they stay and play defense before they run out and go set the ball, and she held it down right there. That was a good dig by Marissa.
Maggie Harrison serving for the Pioneers and serves it into the net. Point Trinity. So now Nadia Kern, the senior libero from El Paso, Texas, back to serve for the Tigers. Wearing the maroon jersey as the Tigers wear their white. Great serve. Grace Ward has to chase it down. And a free ball coming. Nice. Logan slams it home.
That was a great set. And when you're a little bit tight like that, you might pull the defending middle blocker in to think that they're about to set the middle, and she shot it right outside, opened it up, and Logan was able to score. It's great play.
That serve a little long there from Kern, so all tied up at 4. Teams trading points back and forth early. Now it'll be Madison Sweeney, the junior from Eminence, Kentucky, and one of the stars on this Transylvania team. Hallie Martin receives it. Amarino out to Logan, tries to go cross court, but it's long.
I like where she was going with that, though, because, like we saw with Carrington, that deep corner, if you're a little bit out of system and you go for that deep corner, you're going to confuse the defender. So that was a good idea. It's just a little bit long.
Amarino goes back to the right side. Willie.
Ooh, see that deep corner again? It's confusing to defend. And I love to see that they're going for it.
Get a great look on your screen, right along that line. Trinity Herrera and Sarah Flynn check in for William E. and Amarino. The patented 6-2 offense that the Tigers run.
Out of system.
Shepard, swing dug by Kern. Herrera, Thornton. Can the Pioneers get it? They can for now. Kern, Herrera, Flynn, down on the court.
That was a great swing. And they had one blocker up, if I can remember right. Let me see here. Yep. That other middle was caught out. One block up on Flynn is never a good idea.
Never a good idea on either of the Sarahs.
No, absolutely right.
And there is one of the Sarahs, Flynn, dumping it down. Point Trinity, they take a 2-point lead in set 1.
Back-to-back points there for Flynn.
It was a show from the right side yesterday, Avery. On the day, 40 combined kills between the Sarahs.
That is just unreal. Especially for it to be the right side. Especially on the right side, that's, I mean, less common. You would think normally if there's a lot of out-of-system balls, they'd be going to the true outside. But it is fantastic to see that we're having this much success this early in the season from the right side. I'd be scared to play them.
I think many teams are scared to play Trinity.
Ooh.
Logan gets it down right along the line. Perfect spots.
Yeah, great control on that swing.
Over 2 blocks.
Yep, just inside the line. That was perfect.
Now Logan goes back to serve. Deep and a little past the line.
Having a couple long serves early in the game. Just getting a little warmed up is all.
Grace Ward, the junior, right on the top of the tape and down for the ace. Not surprised to see that. Ward led the team in aces, 44 on the year in 2021. Named an HCAC player to watch, the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference. Herrera chases it down. Here comes Hallie Martin. Kate Shepard outside for the Pioneers. Nice stop. Tigers, Flynn, and gets it down.
That was picture perfect. Picture perfect swing. Confused the defenders. They were scrambling anyways. Couldn't ask for a better swing on that one.
And that time they did get 2 defenders to go up on the block, but it just didn't matter.
Nope.
Here comes the serve from Brett Thornton. Ward pushes it, back row attack. Nearly saved.
That was a great play by Transylvania. If you can be scoring from as many different places as possible, that is ideal, because you just don't know how to defend. When you start incorporating that back row attack, things get a little different, especially with that off-speed roll. That was beautiful.
Logan receives the serve, pushed out to Martin. Little long, red flag goes up, signaling out. Transylvania up 10-9 here.
That was a good idea, though.
Martin will try it again. This time goes off speed. Pioneers are there. Sweeney with the tool off the block. So Transylvania up 2 here in set number 1. They pushed number 1 Eau Claire earlier today as Kern tight pass. And it'll be a point as Herrera will be called in the net. The Pioneers lost in 3 sets to Eau Claire earlier today, the top-ranked team. But those first 2 sets, 25-23 in both of them. And so this 24th-ranked Pioneers team, who made the NCAA tournament a year ago, pushing some of the best teams here in this tournament. Logan, back row. Madison Sweeney. Flynn right there to send it back. Confusion. Kern there. Maddie Fate, little mistimed on the jump there. And the Pioneers will extend their lead to 4.
I do love that they're going for that, though. If you can be a little bit off the net and still try to run that middle, that is how you have, that's how you work on and build a setter middle blocker connection. When you have that strong connection, that is a nightmare to defend. I mean, speaking as an outside, if there was a setter middle that had just a phenomenal connection, that's hard for me to stay inside to block when I have my own defender on the right side that I'm supposed to be defending as well. So if we can get that down, which Trinity has always had a pretty good setter middle blocker connection, so that's just one of many. We'll get the next one for sure.
So Coach Julie Jenkins calling a timeout, trying to slow down Transylvania here. And Avery, I'm curious, first little action of Trinity volleyball since you've not been on the court, but you're back here at CalGuard Gym. What's your impression?
I mean, this is my favorite place to be. It's a little hard to sit still. You probably noticed I'm jumping up and down. I have my little mumbles, which probably doesn't sound great on the live broadcast but I am enjoying every second of it. I am pumped to be here. And just a tribute to Coach Julie Jenkins. She always works super hard to set up a really difficult schedule to prepare our teams for the second half of the season. And I mean, we're playing #1 later tonight, the defending champions. So this is the place to be this weekend for sure.
Absolutely. If you want good volleyball, there is no other place to look at than right here at Trinity.
Absolutely.
Coming out of the timeout, Herrera will try Flynn right down the line.
Get up.
And for the moment, the Pioneers saved it on a great dig, but ultimately point for Trinity. And in come Amarino and Willie for Flynn and Herrera. Flynn, in her first appearance today, already 3 kills on just 4 swings. Carrington Jackson pushes it down from the middle.
That was some good hang time, too. She was up there for a minute. Great spot, though.
Carrington Jackson, one of just 2 seniors on this Transylvania team, a team that graduated a grand total of 0 seniors last year. The entire team is back, but you know who's back? Maddie Fate with her big swing down the middle. What a showing it was for Maddie Fate last night, especially in that second set. She was just everywhere, and she gets the start today, and she has a big smile on her face after that kill. Jenna Rodriguez, another first year, back to serve.
Great serve.
Grace Ward to Klosterman. Amarino right there. Kern can't quite reach it. And nearly comes right to you, Avery. You're ready.
Yeah, she did. I was ready for it. Marissa just needed to drop that left shoulder a little bit. She was there, though. Deep serve. Out of system. Good controlled shot. And they reverse. There you go. The best thing you can do right there is, I mean, they were playing it on her. That was a pretty solid block. And if you see that, you just take it and wipe it off the block. Easy point right there.
Something you sure did a lot in your career.
Oh, for sure.
I don't think there were many times that you had anything less than a double block.
You just kind of got to work it a little bit.
Block works for Trinity there. Just get enough of a touch. Amarino there. Out to Kern. Now Logan from the back row.
Trying to run that middle. Not quite, though.
And what do you have to say about those types of plays where it's just a scramble and how important it is to just play it out no matter what?
I mean, if you can get the ball up high enough and give your teammate enough time to get under there, and then you can just get a controlled swing and get back to base and regroup while they're figuring it out over there, that's all you can ask for. Hey, that's a great reverse. Oh, but a good block.
Good block over there by Sweeney and Holcomb.
They must have seen or heard about her last night, and they were ready for her.
I think they certainly heard this gym was rocking.
Yeesh.
Student section was filled to capacity. And we are hoping for much of the same today. Willie again.
Nice cover. Oh. That was a good decision on their part. Good solid swing. Willie's ready for that adversity though, 100%. Now she knows that they're kind of lined up on her. Nice save by Brett. Great swing. Out, out.
Coach Jenkins wants a double. You want it to be called out, but
it was on the other side of the antenna for sure, but
a whole cocktail of violations that Julie Jenkins wanted. A double, a lift. You wanted it outside the antenna, but
Brad
the Tigers got the point.
Yeah. I guess it doesn't matter how we got it, I guess.
Jim gets quiet for the serve. Herrera pushed out to Shepard here. That's going to be out. Point Trinity.
She was going for the sharp block. It's a difficult spot to swing, but if she can get it there, we'll have to adjust a little bit.
Very close one there, but the red flag you saw there on your replay. Nice float serve.
Fantastic short serve. Look what it did, too. It got him out of system. That's exactly what those short serves are for. Make somebody come up and pass the ball and then have to transition back out. That's hard to do. And she did that perfectly. I know they've been working on it.
Trinity cutting Transylvania's lead. It was 4. It is 1. We'll take a quick timeout here on Tiger Network. We'll see you on the other end. Back from the timeout, Coach Amy Barmore not wanting to let this one get away from her squad. Trinity Herrera gets a free ball for the Tigers. Logan off speed, met by Sweeney. Sweeney back row, Flynn there. Herrera, Thornton hangs up in the air. Shepard down ball, Kern gets to it.
Oh, way to dig it out of the net, Trinity.
Slide attempt, Kern. Herrera, here comes Flynn,
Look
off
at
speed.
that. She can do it all. She can swing deep in the corner, cram it in the middle of the court, and mix in a deceptive tip.
It's just not fair.
No, absolutely not. But that's what Coach always wants from her hitters. The deception, have all these different options, go up strong, and just mix in a little tip here and there.
Now a strong serve, Herrera. Ward gets down on her knees. Shepard goes with the tip. Look at Herrera go. Kern, Logan. Great hustle on both sides.
They really are relying on that right back, number 7, out of the back row, which when they're in trouble, if that's their go-to, easy to put a block up on that and defend it, but she is doing pretty well. And is it just me, or are you seeing a whole lot of off-speed rolls from Transylvania?
We are seeing them try to get around that block. I mean, it makes sense. Trinity last year led the nation in blocks, 328 of them. And so teams just trying to do what they can to get around it.
Yeah, I completely agree. And you know what it does is it makes our defense, it keeps us honest. You can't sit back. You got to play honestly, cross the court. I mean, it gets us out of system. That's what, off speeds, that's what they do. That's what they're designed for. But I would like to see them swing a little bit more because it looks like we're starting to do a little better at digging those. We're picking up on it.
What would be your immediate adjustment if you noticed you were on the court and you just saw a bunch of off speeds?
I would probably say stay on my toes. Just be ready to, fall forward, dive forward, dig. But I'm sure that they're going to start swinging a little bit deeper in the court. I mean, right out of the gate, you saw Carrington swing deep in the court. Her first swing, she scored. I would go back to that a little bit and then mix in your off speeds and tips.
We'll see what Coach Amy Barmore's squad has after this timeout. Trinity now on top thanks to a 5-0 run. Herrera engineering it, and Thornton putting that mark on it. A great job above the net, just dunking it down. She was ready.
And she knew where she was on the court, too, and where everybody else wasn't on the court.
Here comes the slide. Holcomb rejected. Shepard now opposite side. Blocked there again. And again, the Tigers get it done.
Just can't get through.
Maybe that's why they don't want to swing, Avery.
Yeah, I know.
If I saw a wall of Thornton and Flynn, I wouldn't want to go up against it.
Right, you're so right.
Nearly getting over Herrera, just on the tape. But that's a 7-0 run with Herrera at the service line. And it gets Trinity to 20-18 up on the scoreboard. Can they close this first set out?
We need to get a quick side out right here.
Rodriguez.
Great pass.
Herrera. Flynn.
There she goes. I don't know if I've told you this or not, but Flynn has nearly broken my finger 3 times.
On that swing?
Yes. It doesn't feel nice. I know what it's like.
There's a block again. Thornton, Flynn. Shepard will try it again. This time gets over it. Herrera, Flynn, off speed. Come on now, Flynn. Give the other team a chance.
They don't know what to do. She can swing deep in the court, cram it in the middle of the court, and tip.
That is 6
I wouldn't know
kills.
how to defend it. I wouldn't.
6 kills out of 7 swings for Sarah Flynn. Carrington Jackson right to Logan. Here comes Reagan Watley.
Off the block. That was a great decision. Use that block to your advantage.
Reagan Watley, the first year from the Woodlands. Saw significant playing time in match 1 yesterday against Edgewood. Really filled up the box score. Carrington Jackson, dig, Kern. But Shepard takes care of business on their end. In comes Suzanne Klosterman for the Pioneers. Reagan Watley, though, yesterday 5 kills, 12 digs, and 2 blocks in her first ever collegiate appearance. Logan receives the serve. Herrera, there goes Watley again.
That was deceptive. Did you see how high her reach? Like, I couldn't tell until she was tipping the ball that she was going to do that. And normally you can kind of tell on that first approach step what might be going down, whether or not they're going to swing full on or tip, but I could not tell. That was a great tip.
Great block by Fate. Herrera dig. Just not enough, though, point for the Pioneers.
Just outside Flynn's arm, it looks like, on that one.
miscommunication there in the middle. Herrera trying to go to Fate, jumped a little too soon. Tigers trying to close out set number 1. We saw yesterday against Barry a close first set, how important it was to gain that momentum. And a tough serve, Ava Beltsos, the junior, gets it down. Transylvania making a run, and here comes a timeout. Julie Jenkins trying to stop this right here. Avery, especially in a home game like this, how important would you say getting the first set can be for a team's momentum?
I mean, it's huge. I mean, and especially when they're tight games like this. Like, it's super important to make a statement right out of the gate and to keep going each time. Like yesterday, that game against Barry, to continuously win big games, close pointed games, that's huge. It's impressive, and it's great to see this early in the season.
We saw several of those momentum swings yesterday where it just seemed like, especially early on, Barry was in pretty good control, but Trinity just finds a way to win the set. And when you turn around, you see a long serving run like the one from Herrera. We had one from Jenna Rodriguez in game number 1, and it's just like you close your eyes and Trinity's up.
Yeah. I mean, and you just, there's not crazy shifts in energy or anything, and that's how Coach likes her teams, is poised, confident, cool, calm, collected. And that's what we're seeing here today so far and yesterday.
And something Coach Jenkins was telling me is she's amazed by how much this team loves each other already. With 8 new freshmen, they have gelled really well.
Yeah. The chemistry is crucial to a team.
And also crucial,
wow,
Sarah Flynn.
Yes, that was picture perfect. Way to get it done right there with Flynn.
Sarah Flynn puts an exclamation point on a set that was entirely hers. 7 kills on 8 swings for the lefty from Seattle. And Trinity will take a 1-0 lead. Sides will switch here. Avery, we haven't seen this in a while. Got used to seeing teams stay on their bench.
I know.
So that was a little bit of an adjustment, but that's back.
Love it.
And you know, Avery, it wouldn't be a Tiger Network broadcast if we didn't talk about some fun history about these schools.
Oh, absolutely.
So do you have any idea why Transylvania is called Transylvania?
I don't.
Would you like to find out?
I would absolutely like to find out.
So Transylvania is located in Lexington, Kentucky, not in Romania, as the name might suggest.
And the logo.
The logo is a bat, and that is a key component of this history, but it all starts with Transylvania means across the woods in Latin, and the university is near the woods of Kentucky. And then the name Pioneers comes from the fact that they were the first university in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, 1780, and so they call themselves Pioneers. Transylvania
That is
Pioneers.
pretty neat.
But the bat, you mentioned the bat.
Yeah, I did.
The name Pioneers has gotten a little bit of backlash over the years, as it suggests the negative connotation of manifest destiny and taking land. And so the school hasn't gotten rid of Pioneers, but they voted to add Raph the Bat as the mascot.
I see.
To try to please a little bit more and kind of soothe those concerns.
Yeah.
And so we have the Transylvania Pioneers with Raph the Bat as the mascot.
Alrighty then. I mean, that's great. I'm still, when you look at it.
Some fun facts here on Tiger Network. Education along with high-quality volleyball.
That's right.
And education happening on the court as well. I think teams around the country who are tuning in and teams across the court are getting to find out who exactly Sarah Flynn is. Look at that hitting percentage on your screen, 361. And now we know Trinity can hit the ball a little bit. They led the nation in hitting percentage a year ago, 286. So even this 361 would be well above that. You were a part of that high-powered attack. But what are you seeing so far from these hitters?
I mean, I love the spread of the offense. No, we're not just going to Sarah Flynn, although when she is getting the ball, she's getting it done. But keeping your options open, not letting your opponent know where you're going to go. I mean, if we were going to Sarah Flynn every single time, there would be kind of a problem because they would just plant a block right there. But, you know, being able to fire from all cylinders and having setters that can distribute the ball well, that's important in the game, and I think that is what is helping Sarah Flynn here along with her fantastic variety of mixing in tips and shots and just pounding it. So, you know, I'm pleased after the first set. I can't wait for the next 2 or 3.
Hopefully 2 in
Yeah,
this one.
I know. I just had to put it out there.
Well, to your point, though, Avery, there are 6 total Tigers with kills in that first set. Mackenzie Logan not far behind Sarah Flynn with 4 kills of her own. Williamy adding 2. Reagan Watley having 2. And Maddie Fate also with a kill. So like you said, not relying on Flynn, but when you have her, of course you're going to use her. But they have so many places to turn.
Right, and not going unnoticed is where that stems from, and it's the pass. We're having some decent success in serve receive, and that's really helping out our hitters. You can't do anything without a pass. So kudos to our back row, Nadia, and our outsides.
It was Marissa Amarino who explained it to me, the key to volleyball, passing and serving.
That is exactly right. Just like it came out of Coach Julie Jenkins' mouth.
Without a pass, you can't have a set, and without a set, you can't have a kill.
Correct.
And here comes the set, Amarino, and there
the
comes
kill.
the kill. You got
right
it,
on
Avery.
cue.
It's like they can hear us.
Yeah.
It was Maddie Fate's second set yesterday, so we'll see if she goes on a similar run. Logan back to serve. Ward, slide to Holcomb.
Ooh.
Point Trinity. A double is going to be called against Transylvania there. Back row swing, Sweeney goes right back to Pioneers. Shepard gets it off the block.
I think in the coming sets, it's going to be really important to pick up on number 7 here in right back, as they are relying on her heavily.
That's Madison Sweeney, all HCAC team last year. No surprise, she was named a player to watch in the conference, and she's led the team in kills in this tournament so far. Holcomb serve.
Great pass. Great swing. Wow. That was a picture-perfect play right there. And with a picture-perfect pass like that, a lot of teams might be like, why wouldn't she go for the middle? So they had a defender planted right there on Maddie Fate, pushed it out to Reagan, and it was a beautiful kill.
Watley there at the net, and she does her job. Carrington Jackson couldn't quite get there. And Trinity doubles up Transy early, 4-2.
Transylvania setter is live. Keep an eye on that.
Great serve, Nadia Kern.
And, oh, nice save there, Willie.
Watley gets it over. Ward, Jackson off the block, saved. Watley again, just past the line.
She didn't get off to do a full transition, which makes sense. She didn't have any time to do that, but I love to see that she went high off she was aiming for high off the block because she knew she had 2 defenders right in front of her.
And for viewers at home, Avery, when you said the setter is live, what do you mean by that?
Well, she is no longer, but that means that she can dump. She is considered a front row player. So that is a threat that you just can never take. You got to keep an eye on it. Now she's back row, so she cannot send a ball above the plane of the net.
Great to keep an eye on. Watley, her swing long again. Transy tying it at 4. But Watley not afraid to swing here as a first year, giving it her best shot. And you love to see Coach Jenkins giving her first years an opportunity. Willie with the pass. Amarino pushes it out. Watley has to stop in her tracks, but Trinity gets a free ball. And Willie puts it down.
That was a great spot.
After that kill, Willie replaced by Flynn, and Herrera comes in for Amarino. Herrera had a great serving run in the first set. We'll see what she can do here. Sweeney receives it. Ward, back row attack, and confusion.
Little miscommunication there.
If you're Transylvania, definitely not what you want to see. You can't be giving up points against the 5th-ranked team in the country, especially on their home gym. Herrera takes a deep breath before every serve and gets it across. This will be a tough one. Flynn signaling antenna, but the play is alive. Scramble here, Kern, Flynn, right to Ward.
Taking the setter out of the play with the swing right to her.
Herrera, Watley, off speed and kept alive.
But that is great, though. She got them out of system, got a little chaos going on. This is a great rally.
But Watley says we've had enough.
Great swing.
Longest rally of the match so far. Both teams doing everything they can to keep it going. And Reagan Watley finally said, let's move on. Great serve. Shepard has to get it right back. And it's out.
We got another little run on our hands here, don't we?
What else do you expect? Trinity Herrera back to serve.
Correct.
Eight for Trinity here in set number 2. Little long there on the serve from Herrera. But again, a nice run for her. Shepard replaced by Beltzos for Transylvania, and she'll head back to serve. The junior from Cincinnati, Ohio, an exercise science major.
Running our middle. Great tip. That is a difficult spot to defend. I remember we used to practice that scenario frequently.
Thornton doing a great job. Has incredible hang time. You never know what she's going to do out of the middle. This will be a broken play. Can Trinity take advantage? Thornton can.
Back to back for Brett Thornton.
And we get to see the finesse and the power. Brett Thornton,
She got a little variety in there too. Keep them guessing.
What's more fun as a hitter? Just that absolute slam, or when everybody thinks you're going to slam it home and you just tip it over?
I mean, they're both great. I mean, Coach Jenkins, if you have an incredibly deceptive ball and it's a perfect set and you go up like you're going to smash it and you just tip it, you just can't put a price on that. The look on their faces after, they're like, it's just, I mean, it's frustrating when that is done to you when you're defending that. So I gotta go with the deceptive tip.
Interesting answer. I had a feeling, because as fun as it is to just hammer it home, it just, like you said, that feeling of the defender has to be totally deflating. You get there, you're there on time, and then it just goes right over your head.
Right, and I think it also depends on what point in the game you're at. If it's a momentum changer, of course smashing it is always great, gets everyone fired up, but if you're playing the game, trying to make sure they'll never guess where you're going next, a little trickery is always fun. So that's a tough question. You should ask every co-announcer that.
It's a good idea. Maybe we'll have to ask the team too. Maybe a fun little video segment for Tiger Network.
That would be great. Little personality question there.
Yeah. Well, soon enough we'll have a video shown between the Sarahs. Ask them some fun questions. That'll air probably at the next tournament.
I'm pumped for that one. You're going to have to send me that link.
Absolutely. Here comes Flynn. This time it's sent right back at her. Sweeney and Jackson pairing up for that. Only the third time in 10 swings that Sarah Flynn has not seen it go down for a point. So why not go to the middle? Thornton, dug by Ward. Here comes Klosterman. Tough chase. They get it over, but they get it out.
Good. Flynn barely got out of the way of that ball. They bulleted that free ball.
And some fun here, both sides having a left-handed right side hitter, not something we see every day. Middle, Holcomb jumped a little early, it looked like, and it'll cost her as Flynn just puts it down next to her. Ever so slightly. And then Sweeney couldn't get it over.
Love a little joust.
All of a sudden, Trinity up 12-6. Sweeney out.
I noticed she was going for that line shot. That's the first time I've seen it. I don't know if you have seen one.
It's a tough one there. She couldn't get it down this time. They go out Beltzos, Klosterman. Great job by Faye and Logan. Down ball to Watley, Herrera, Flynn, and Watley couldn't save it, so another nice job by the Pioneers on Flynn. Back comes Nadia Kern. Meanwhile, for the Pioneers, Maggie Harrison will come in to serve. Defensive specialist from Lexington, Kentucky, so same hometown as the university. Tight pass, and it's sent right back by Holcomb. Tough break there. Kern gets to it.
Perfect pass.
Fate. Herrera. Kern with the set. Logan.
With a nice controlled swing, especially when we have some scrambling going on. We need to get back here. With the nice controlled swing, put them out of system, and there we are.
And Sweeney there tried to go down the line again. So
Right.
for 2 times in a row, she couldn't quite get it in there.
And you know, Flynn having a little trouble on those last few swings, I'd be incredibly surprised if the Pioneers didn't come out of that first set not making adjustments on her. Nice hustle play there by Pioneers number 4.
Grace Ward, the junior from Edgewood, Kentucky. Willie and Amarino back in for the Tigers. Sweeney back to serve for the Pioneers. Pushed out to Logan, and the block couldn't get there. Nearly had it, but Holcomb had it between her and the net. Jenna Rodriguez now in the game. That serve's going to be in the net.
Let's see what Marissa has set up for her offense here. Great pass. Behind. And Willie crams it right in the seam. Great pass, great set, great swing.
I know Marissa has a ton of fun doing just that, drawing up an offense when you have all these options. It's like
Right.
selecting off a gourmet menu.
Yes, exactly.
Carrington Jackson rejected.
Nice.
Reagan Watley there, not going to let that slide pass.
Need a little timeout here, a little regroup with the Pioneers.
We'll take that timeout with them briefly on Tiger Network. Don't go anywhere. Got great volleyball on your hands. timeout by Transylvania, trying to get the Pioneers in a row. They don't want to let this slip to 2-0. Shepard met by a block, and Thornton's fired up.
Great block. The Pioneers just couldn't dig it.
And during the timeout, Avery, you immediately pointed to the hitting percentage for Transylvania in the negatives, currently negative .055. And you think it's a result of the Trinity block?
I do. We are having some solid blocks out here. Maddie Fate, Flynn, Sarah Willamy, deceptive tip.
Sweeney just gets it over. Kern, Watley, both sides.
And back.
Out for Sweeney.
Ooh, in.
Oh, they're calling it in.
Yes. Looked like there was a little confusion at first, but she has got that swing out of the back row down. She's got it down. She knows where she's jumping from. It's just, I've been staring at that 10-foot line, waiting for her to step on it, and she's done it too much. She's got it down.
Great job by Kern to keep it alive. Amarino sends a free ball. Shepard does complete the play.
Nice high swing off the block. You know, we were talking about our block. They have to make some adjustments, and that would definitely be swinging high off the top of our block. If you are swinging anywhere near the middle or below, it's going down. So that's a good adjustment by the Pioneers.
Great pass by Rodriguez. Marissa tried the dump.
That dump was a good idea.
Klosterman's left-handed swing goes to the stands, lands out, point Trinity.
And while Marissa didn't score on that dump, it did cause chaos and resulted in a swing wide. So I would call it a success.
We'll mark it down. Success on the dump. And as you were talking about trickery, all I could think about was the fact that my favorite play is the dump. So anytime Marissa or Trinity try it, and Lexi Acevedo last year,
right.
Shout out to her. I know she's listening.
For sure.
Definitely miss her there as the setter, but
oh, me too.
Just so fun to watch.
And what's great about them is they don't do it too much, and it's just right when you're in the middle of the play, you're like, that would be nice. Dump right if she would have just mixed one in, and it's like they read my mind. And I'm no setter.
Marissa has told me, though, as fun as it can be, she actually doesn't love to do it because she knows she has great hitters and she wants to set them.
That is a selfless setter. But it does keep, when the defense has to play honest defense, knowing that the setter is a threat, it does open things up for your hitter. So there's a kind of little twist there. She is helping her hitters when she can contribute like that.
Very interesting. So many angles to the game of volleyball.
Right.
Big swing by Thornton, dug out by Miller. Klosterman off speed. Rodriguez gets there. Great hustle by the first year. But the Pioneers outrun the Tigers on that one.
The Pioneers' energy is shifting a little bit. They're getting really pumped up out there. We need to respond with a nice serve receive. Get us a good set and swing right here. Good coverage on that by Nadia. That was a good idea, though. That sideline was a little bit open. It looked like their left front was sucked in a little bit.
So now Trinity calls a timeout. They've seen their lead shrink to 20-15, up just 5. And Transylvania, this is going to be their last game of this tournament. They started out with a loss to Edgewood yesterday in their opening match. They then were able to defeat the University of Wisconsin Stout. And then earlier today, we saw them push Eau Claire, but they ultimately did fall 3-0. But they have given themselves quite the test to be in this tournament. And Coach Amy Barmore telling me with such a young team, we mentioned those no graduating seniors and then just 2 on the roster this year, she really needs them to have the experience against the best of the best, and they're getting it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it is a huge privilege to be able to attend this tournament and get this kind of experience because it sets you up for conference, it sets you up for postseason. Nowhere, you can't get it anywhere else.
And a really interesting angle to it as well is she said that they love being in this tournament because it forces them to travel, and she said that traveling lets them bond as a team.
I would completely agree with that. Some of my most fond memories are traveling with the team. Get to know everyone real well.
Pioneers have taken a trip to the Riverwalk. They've seen the Alamo while being here in San Antonio. So having a great time, but not having a great time on that swing from Reagan Watley.
That was a statement, and you love coming out of a timeout, and that's the response. Great swing by freshman Reagan Watley.
Tremendous confidence to come out of the timeout and have a play drawn up for you.
Good serve and a little trickery. Oh, wow. Great diving effort.
Jackson able to get it down on the slide, coming out of the middle to put it down. Kern, Herrera, Logan powers it past the diving Beltsos.
Great deep corner.
So Logan and Watley both impressing from that outside position. Klosterman off speed, Watley right there for it. Herrera, Logan, and gets the off speed nearly to land. Somehow still alive, tried again, and this time she gets it.
Interesting, the up ref thought it was down, and the line ref was saying, no, sir. The Pioneers were able to pancake it.
Sweeney gets it right back after the serve
Down
receive.
the line.
Flynn dug by Ward.
Tight ball.
Free ball Pioneers.
Brett with the pickup. Nearly missed it on that one, but holding it down our middle in the back row, wasn't she?
Maggie Harrison back to try to give Transylvania a run here at the end of the second set. Trinity wanting to put it away and get the advantage, and Logan tools it off the block. Logan now with 8 kills. She leads the Tigers. She has surpassed Sarah Flynn.
Our outside's coming alive here after they made an adjustment on our right sides.
They must have felt your presence on the sideline, Avery. It was the big question coming into this year. How would Trinity replace Avery Tuggle and Annie Rose Leggett? Not sure you can replace the two names I just mentioned, but Trinity is doing a great job trying.
Yeah.
And Maddie Fate again, the exact same scenario.
Wow.
The final point of the second set is a put down from Maddie Fate. This is a lot of fun, isn't it, Avery?
It is so fun. I'm ready to jump out on the court.
I don't think anybody would stop you here at Trinity. I think you could have it. But we'll take a quick break on Tiger Network and be back for set number 3. Welcome back to Tiger Network. Trinity up 2-0, and you have the stats right there up on your screen, so let's run through it a little bit. Those errors, very costly for Transylvania. We talked about it. Can't make those types of mistakes, can you, against Trinity?
I completely agree with that. I would say our errors, Trinity's being 9, something that Coach Jenkins has always harped on, is when it's chaotic out there, you take a nice controlled swing. Now is not the time to go for a huge game-changing swing. Just keep it in play, let the other team make their errors, and you'll be safe with that. Set up a next play on the next ball.
Transylvania's hitting percentage still not anywhere close to where they want it at 000, so they've gotten out of the negative, but they want that to be much higher. Trinity's back down to earth a little bit, but when back down to earth means still above your percentage that you had to lead the nation with last year, I'd say they're pretty pleased with it.
Yeah, I'm definitely pleased with it, and it's great to see the depth of the team when Transylvania made that adjustment on Flynn and Sarah Willamy. We just went straight to our outsides, not a problem, didn't skip a beat. Everyone's contributing, and it is great to see. I mean, our setters are keeping the defense honest, dumping the ball. We have our middles contributing. It's total team effort out here, and it's fun to watch.
The right sides of Sarah Flynn and Sarah Williamy combined for just 2 kills. Flynn held to 0 after 7 in the first set. But then you mentioned it, the adjustment made by Trinity, switched to the outside, and Mackenzie Logan and Reagan Watley combined for 7 kills. So where do you go as a defense? There's just nowhere.
Right, and when both pins are mixing in tips and swings, I wouldn't want to be them. I do not envy them right now.
And we're seeing right in front of our eyes what we talked about yesterday when Amelia Roden was on the air. This is a Trinity team that did something that is incredibly difficult to do. The #1 offense and defense statistically, leading the nation in hitting percentage and in total blocks. We see 11 blocks to go along with that hitting percentage. It's just a tough team to beat.
It is.
And we get to be right here courtside for it.
Don't we?
Miscommunication. Jackson just has to send it over. Can the Tigers take advantage? Willie, though, into the net on that one. Point Pioneers. Sylvie Miller, the senior, one of just 2, gets an ace.
That's a tough serve. Deep in the court, make us back up.
Coach Barmore telling me Sylvie Miller and Carrington Jackson, the 2 seniors, have become incredible leaders for her squad. The entire team looks to them, just as Trinity looks to Willie for kills.
There she goes. Way to come back with a great swing to right back.
But for Transylvania, such a young team, not a ton of experience, and so having those 2 seniors has meant a lot to the team. Logan with a great serve, causing problems over there. Free ball. Willie, Amarino, Watley. Big swing dug by Beltzos.
Inside.
Hearn gets it with one arm. Amarino, Watley again. Goes soft and goes down.
Big swing first, mix in a tip. And how about that one-arm dig that just landed exactly where it was supposed to? Great defensive effort by Nadia.
Big time block. Fate sending it right back. Willie now right there. Watley joining.
Chaos. They need to set up the play here, and
Sent back by Caden Holcomb. So the Pioneers definitely making that adjustment to the right side.
Sarah Willamy, I think, just got a little bit excited because for a second there it looked like there wasn't going to be a block. I probably would have tried the same thing. They got up there and had a soft block for a point. Great set. Running the middle to that far right corner. Seeing a trend there.
So Holcomb back-to-back points. First a big block and then the kill. Sophomore from Floyd Knobs, Indiana. Fate just a little to the left of the line.
Solid swing, barely out. And you can hear Coach Jenkins yelling to run her again.
Low serve, Kern's got it. Amarino, Fate coming from the right side. Watley pushes it down the line and in.
Forceful tip down the line. That was the first time we've seen that from any pin hitter for Trinity.
We saw that once from Watley yesterday too.
Good, it's a good thing to have in your tool belt.
Great touch on the net. Thornton from the middle. Point Trinity.
And that was a great middle blocker setter connection because Marissa was pulled to the far left side of the court, and Brett and Marissa communicated with each other, and Marissa just flipped it right back behind her head, didn't miss a beat, scored.
Great senior connection between Thornton and Amarino.
Off speed, right down the line. That's a tough one.
Shepard now back in for Beltzos. Sweeney back to serve. This one reaches Watley. Amarino back to chase it. Willie off speed. Pushed and Kern unable to get there.
Transylvania on a little bit of a run here.
They lead 7-4 in this third set, trying to extend this match. You know, Trinity wants to wrap this up in 3.
That's a great serve.
Not much Trinity could do about that one.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Scoreboard reads 8-4 Transylvania. And Coach Jenkins will call a timeout. Not liking what she's seeing with Transylvania doubling up the Tigers. We'll take a quick break with them as well. Don't go anywhere. Back from the timeout, Transylvania up by 4. Trinity will have to make a comeback here. And they'll have to come back from a 5-point deficit now. Watley tries to go down the line but can't get it.
That was a pretty swing though.
Out, great call by Nadia Kern. Letting it go out, and in come Flynn and Herrera. In yesterday's match, Transylvania similarly down 2 sets to Edgewood. They were able to pull out a third set. They ultimately did lose in 4, but they kept it alive. But we know with what Trinity has on deck at 7 p.m., they would like to get out of here in 3. Nice serve by Herrera. Will force a free ball. Thornton, Herrera. Watley can't quite get it over. Nice idea, though.
Was a good idea. And we do notice here Transylvania setter number 4 is live, so we do need to be on the lookout for some potential dumps. I haven't seen her do it yet.
Kate Shepard with the big swing in the front row on touch number 1.
Little overpass. And that's what happens.
It's coming right at us, Avery.
Oh. Duck and cover.
Seven-point lead now for the Pioneers.
We need a good serve receive right here. There we go. That's even better. We'll take that.
Why get a pass when you can let it be an error?
Correct. Now, if we could get a run here with Reagan, that would be great.
Let's see what she has drawn up.
Ooh.
That's on the line. That's an ace.
Beautiful. We need to take care of that serve, play good defense, stay low and forward. We'll be set to go.
Shepard, dug by Kern. Logan,
Great
fierce.
swing down the line by Mackenzie Logan. There we go. You can hear us getting a little momentum back.
We hear the rumbling of the water bottle banging. Bucky
Yes.
Williamy. Sarah talked about it.
He is the best. I'm just not sure it would be a true Trinity volleyball game without a parent like Bucky.
Logan back-to-back kills. And here come the Tigers, 3 points in a row with Watley back to serve. A 4-0 run total. Watley, another tough one. There's a dump and a save. Trinity keeps it alive.
They had an eye on it. I knew she was waiting to do it. Oh. Little scramble. But we did close that gap a little bit, which is we needed that. So now if we can turn around right here and get a good serve receive, get back on our offense.
Low serve, Kern, Herrera, Thornton. There we go, Brett.
That was a great setter middle connection. I mean, the pass wasn't right on the net. There was some range. That shows good range, and Brett found the split in the block and put it down.
Now she'll head back to serve. Miscommunication. Watley gets there in time. Logan pushes it. Red flag up. Close one there, back line.
That was a good idea, though.
So the deficit back to 4 for the Tigers. Got up to 7.
And you know, I would think that Transylvania's setter would go to Carrington here to widen this lead. We'll see what she'll do, though. Out of system to their outside.
And
Net
Trinity
ball.
will get the point.
Carrington in the net a little bit there.
A little overexcited about that one.
I was going to say.
Amarino, Willie, back in the game. Marissa will try to close the gap even further. Here she goes, senior Calabasas. Great serve and a great finish.
Stealing the plane there is Mac and Maddie. They said, ball, stay over there. That was a great reverse, but met with Mac Logan.
Mackenzie Logan will force a timeout called by Coach Amy Barmore, and she is having a day. 11 kills now for Mackenzie Logan, the junior from Canada. Avery, you got to play with Mac a little bit. What is it like to see her dominating today?
It's so exciting. I mean, truly coming back and seeing everybody play is just surreal. Because, you know, you see them play on my team, and now they have their own team, and they're just growing. And, I mean, with the leadership, seeing all these juniors and sophomores come into their own is truly just great to see. I love it. I can't even explain.
And Logan already storming well past her career high in kills. It had been 6 back against Centenary in October of last year, but she is now at 11 in double digits. Great showing for her on the outside. And in a game where they've really needed it, we've seen the Pioneers make the adjustment on the right side. Willie and Flynn being met with resistance. And so now to have Logan on that other side opens up the table for the Tigers in a major way.
For sure. And like I said before, I'm excited to see what setter for Transylvania, Grace Ward, will do here with Carrington. This is their last shot, their last set.
Absolutely.
To extend this game, so.
They have to make a run now. Jackson just 10 swings today, 4 kills. Landed in the left corner. Sweeney. Don't think anybody saw that one coming.
I mean, we saw Reagan do it. We saw Matt go for it. And I just think it's kind of funny how now everyone follows suit. Everyone wants to tip deep line. It's a great spot.
Logan receives it from Miller. Amarino has to go across the floor.
Nice controlled swing. Get back to base. And
Great
defend.
dig.
Great dig. Ooh, that was a rough one.
Fantastic effort, though, by Watley and the entire Tiger defense.
And Marissa running to the other side of the gym.
They'll have to chase it down again. Watley.
Send a free ball. Let's see what Transylvania will do with it. Off the block.
So Trinity got it to as close as 1. But now the Pioneers, after a regroup, up by 4 once again. Sylvie Miller orchestrating it behind the service line. That time's going to be out. And she says, my bad. Jenna Rodriguez in for Logan. No one there in the middle. Perfect spot there for the kill. Tigers have had a couple of runs here in the set, but it feels like every time they've gotten close, Transylvania putting up an obstacle.
Great pass.
Maddie Fate takes care of it.
Maddie Fate with the guns. I just can't even believe her vertical in her hang time. It seemed like she was up there forever, did it not?
Nadia Kern Tigers down 3 with her jump serve. Slide, and Kern unable to dig it.
That was a monster swing by number 17.
Shepard coming in.
Great controlled swing.
Trinity Herrera back to serve, and have to believe that's a good sight for the Tigers today. We've seen her go on a couple of good runs.
Yeah.
We'll see if she has another one in her. Transylvania up 3 on the Tigers. Slide, Holcomb denied.
To see Kaden Holcomb absolutely smash her last slide, and for Reagan and Brett to come up with, make adjustments, and on that next slide, be ready for it and put it down is great to see.
No fear at all on that block.
No.
And they won't need a block for that one. Shepard couldn't get it over. And again, Trinity down by 1.
It's really good to see Trinity back here serving. She always takes care of her serve.
That's going to be
Wide.
out.
Poised, confident, not energy that's too high or too low. Consistent, just like Coach Jenkins likes them.
3-0 scoring run for Trinity Herrera, leading Trinity to a tie ball game. We'll take a break on Tiger Network. 6 points would be a sweep. We'll see if they can get it after the break. Coach Amy Barmore, apparently not a whole lot to say in the timeout. Her team was back out there quickly. Barmore has engineered this team's way to 2 NCAA tournaments, the first in their program history. They got their first win in 2019, fell to Barry in the first round of last year's tournament, but they want to get back there. It's a quality side facing a quality Trinity side. And a quality swing. Kate Shepard gets it past Herrera. Tigers wanting a side out here. Holcomb to Rodriguez. Tight pass. And it'll result in a point for the Pioneers.
Late in the match, you're going to want to have a side out that is around 5 feet off the net, just to give your setter some room to set up an offense.
We'll see if they can get a better pass here. Rodriguez, Herrera pushes
she can push it off. And a great controlled swing by Reagan, bettering the ball. That's exactly what we needed. Great dig by Jenna. And a fantastic tool.
Coach Jenkins loving the dig from Jenna Rodriguez, who comes off. Reagan Watley fresh off the tool. Gets the serve. Ward goes to Jackson, and you've been wanting it. Jackson there comes out of the middle.
I knew it was coming. How could you not?
She's got tremendous talent there, does Carrington Jackson. Grace Ward back to serve. Kern Herrera, tough angle for Flynn.
But she works with it.
Kern on the floor. How did that get over?
Amazing free ball. A little confusion, a game of free balls at the moment. Who will put it down? It'll be Logan.
Wild sequence there, and Logan able to put an end to it. Got to admire the perseverance of both teams, especially the Tigers. They're able to pull out the point. Could easily just give up, seeing things go awry, but they kept going, and they got it.
Broken play.
Free ball, but the Tigers can't get there.
That is why it is a great place to send a free ball, though, because your setter, she needs to be able to set the ball, so you have to have somebody shift over from the back row and take that. But it was a pretty quick free ball, so there wasn't much time for that shift. It worked out in Transylvania's favor.
And a timeout called by Trinity here, down 2. Transylvania just 2 points away from the win. So right here, Avery, if you were in that huddle, what do you think you'd be hearing from Coach Jenkins?
That we're good. We need to come out of this and get a solid pass, probably 5 feet off the net, get a solid swing, just take care of the ball. Now is not the time to try and make a statement and cram the ball down their throat. Just control, let them make an error, and everyone take care of their job.
Transylvania has upped that hitting percentage to 103. So from the negatives now to a really good spot, especially considering how they started. They're getting past the block a little bit more. Trinity came into this set with 11 blocks, and they have 11 blocks. They have not been able to get one down. So adjustments made by Coach Barmore's squad. We'll see what Coach Jenkins has. Coach Jenkins in her 38th season as Trinity head coach, over 1,000 wins. Looking for another one right here. It'll take 4 points.
This is great practice for postseason. Just fantastic.
Great pass by Watley and Fate. Good touch off the net for the Pioneers, but a free ball coming.
What will they do with this free ball?
Logan dug there by Miller. Inside
set, tip. There you go.
William Amarino back in the game. Amarino gets to serve in a pressure-packed situation.
Great pass.
And Jackson missed it. Tip, Logan.
Out of system. And that defense, nothing drops on Willie. Tight set. I'm confused about that one.
So is everyone on the Trinity sideline. Thought that was 4 touches for sure.
I absolutely did.
Obviously happened so fast that it's hard to tell for sure, but that was on the Transylvania side for quite a while.
Looked like a lift and 4 touches, and they say ball doesn't lie.
Funny, Avery, Amelia said the same thing in a situation yesterday. I love the correlation there. But it's a saying for a reason, right?
Right.
So now let's see, can Jenna Rodriguez get to 24, force some more points?
Love that she's getting to experience this pressure as a first year.
And she gets to experience a tie ball game, 24-24.
Wow.
Did you want anything more?
No, this is perfect.
Rodriguez, the first year. Great serve.
Outside.
Out. Pioneers wanting a touch at the net. They are not going to get it. One more point. CalGuard wants it.
Great pressure serving by our freshman. And off speed, great dig. Madeline Fate!
Maddie Fate seals the deal yet again.
Wow, our game finisher.
She finishes set 2 and she finishes set 3. Maddie Fate, have a weekend, why don't you?
Yeah. Wow, that was a beautiful swing. Great pass, great set, great swing, great game. And I'm excited for tonight's.
I mean, it's even easy to forget that there's more to come.
This
was such a perfect volleyball match.
Right.
We are so fortunate to get to call it. And we have more. Are you kidding?
I know. And I am so proud, like how they handled that adversity, because if I'm right, correct me if I'm wrong, they were down most of the game, or we were down most of the game. And for them to be level-headed, cool, show great poise, and come back and finish the job couldn't ask for more.
You are not mistaken at all. In fact, Transylvania had as big of a lead as 7 in that third set. But Trinity, on their home floor, they defend CalGuard better than any team defends their home court, and they do it again. It's been 3 matches for the season, already 2 wins against ranked opponents, and they're going to try to get, sweeps. They are getting it done, and they're going to try to get the big one tonight. 3-0 record. The number 5 Tigers will go against the number 1 defending national champion, Wisconsin Eau Claire. Are you ready, Avery?
I'm so looking forward to it. It's going to be a blast.
If you are listening, we're thankful that you're listening, but if you are around Trinity, you better get to CalGuard Gym. It is going to be a spectacle. We want this gym to be loud. We want you to not be able to hear us after a point. We saw a little bit of it yesterday, and so come out to CalGuard Gym. For everyone in the control room and for Avery Tuggle, I'm Brian Yanselson. See you at 7 p.m.